Hey BookTube, I'm Shy.
I'm Miley Cyrus from Hannah Montana.
And this is the Lo-Fi Book Cafe.
And you are watching Disney Channel.
Well, that was just a terrible idea. I'm here today with a very special unboxing video that you may have seen floating around before. So there are quite a few different book box subscriptions that you may have seen floating around the internet, right? And these are normally monthly or bi-monthly, quarterly subscriptions where a curated box that's kind of book themed gets mailed to you, right? And so they have all different kinds of subscriptions, all different kinds of themes, and I've never tried one myself, but I've seen a lot of people try different kinds and like them. But then I saw one that just spoke to me. It had my face on it, it had my name on it, it was calling me, and I knew that I had to sign up for a month-long subscription just so I could get this box. Now, if you have ever ordered from the company Rainbow Crate or seen it somewhere in your social media perusing, you will know that it is a queer-themed book box, right? And everything is kind of curated around making sure that all types of queer relationships are represented, right? And so highlighting books that have different kinds of representation, different kinds of marginalized sexualities and genders at the forefront. So I was very excited to find out that the February 2021 version of the Rainbow Crate box was Acing It, which is an asexual themed book box. So in their own words, the theme of this month was Acing It, right? Which is love can take many forms and they are all valid. You hear us? You put the A in LGBTQIAP+, which was very nice to see because a lot of times asexuality is left out of the conversation, particularly around Valentine's Day, right? And I think it is important to note that asexuality and aromanticism are two different identities. They are identities that many people put under a larger aspec umbrella, and they are identities that share similar experiences, right? But it is important to note that aromanticism is its own spectrum and asexuality is its own spectrum, and they are sometimes conflated with each other, which I think is what happened here. So this is not an aromantic pride box, which is something that I think is really worth looking into, especially further down the road to talk about how romantic love is also not the only type of love. But I did want to make that clear. I think I got a little conflated in the initial release or the kind of initial press release that they put forward. So I am looking forward to this box and unboxing it, but I also wanted to make that clear. The way that Rainbow Crate works is you get a book of the month, you get a collectible magnet, and then you also get a few different items from books that relate to the topic at hand, this being Acing It. So I just wanted to take you through what I unboxed. It was really exciting to see these. There are some things that I have read, some things that I haven't read but are on my list. So let's just see what we have. All right, first and foremost, actually, I mean, not really first and foremost, it was just on the top of the box. It was also packaged so nicely, and then I dug into it like a greedy little goblin before remembering that I wanted to do an unboxing, so sorry.
Precious.
So this is a soup bowl. I'm gonna be honest, I eat more soup than this when I eat soup as a soup connoisseur, but you can refill it. So, you know, that's okay. That's cool. So this is an upside down ceramic soup bowl. The name of the book is Upside Down. It's not an upside down bowl. So this is the soup crew from the book Upside Down. You'll see around the side, it says the soup crew. It has the two main characters, and they are both wearing asexual themed scarves. So this is really cute. Sorry if it's a little blurry. What do the beauty bloggers do? Like, they do this to like make it focus. Is it focusing? It's not focusing. What if I just get out of the shot? All right, we're just gonna hang with it over here. So this is a really cute bowl. Like, I like it. It's cute. I'm probably not gonna use it for soup as much as I'm gonna use it for a decoration, just because I don't want to put my soup in it. So this is from the novel Upside Down, and I'm about 2 chapters into it so far. I like the differences in the personalities between the 2 main characters, who I believe are named Jordan and Hennessy. They are our 2 ace leads, right, for this book. And I'm only about 2 chapters in. I'm in the middle of a few different readathons right now, and it didn't pop up on any of my readathons just based on the prompts. So I'm kind of taking a break from it right now, but it is available on Kindle Unlimited if you are interested in it. Next up, this is so cute. So this is a pin banner. Is that what it's called? It's a pin banner from Loveless, and you have the main characters there. And what I really love is everybody has their little flags, right? And just the representation. This is so adorable, and it's actually art from Alice Oseman herself. Sorry if that's backwards, but so it's just really cute. So basically it hangs, and then you can put your pin collection on it, right? And it actually, so the box also came with an ace heart pin, which is super cute. Like, you know, that was really cute. And so it's designed to obviously be put on the pin banner, but you can put it wherever. So I'm gonna put this right on my pin banner. So this is really cute because obviously you can leave it hanging and you can display the art and then keep all of your pins safe and decorated and just nicely displayed. Next up is the monthly collectible. So this is a magnet. Every month there's a collectible magnet that represents the theme of the crate as well. So this is February's magnet, which is Neil and Andrew from the Foxhole Court showing off their demisexual love, according to the description. So this is really cute. I have the Foxhole Court. I actually own the whole series because it was on sale on Kindle. I just haven't read it yet, but I plan on reading it soon. So I'm very excited to meet these 2. All right, we have a collectible metal bookmark from Let's Talk About Love. And I did finish this book. I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars. So here we have our main character, Alice, and she is in her library that she works at. There's a quote from the book kind of listed on the shelves. And what I also really like is, I don't know if you can tell, but all of the books on the shelf are actually real books, right? So I see, just kind of glancing very quickly at it, I see Sawkill Girls, Scavenge the Stars, Vicious, Loveless, How to Be Ace, Upside Down, Tarnished Are the Stars, Jughead, The Perfect Assassin, right? And so I believe all of the books that are pictured back here have some kind of asexual rep. And so the cover of the book is actually the cover to Let's Talk About Love, which is the book that she's reading and the book that she's in. So this is really cute, and I've been needing a good bookmark because I've been using scraps of paper. So very excited for this one. All right, next up we have, it's not technically included in the box, but we do have, as a part of the monthly book subscription, it comes with an ebook, and it also comes with a special curated Spotify playlist. So both of these are available through download, kind of included in this flyer, right? So it looks like the ebook for this month is called Keeping Casey, which is a brand new demisexual tale of childhood friends, mutual pining, and fake dating that is sure to hit the feels button. What I also like is that for all the books that are listed specifically, you get the representation that is present, as well as content warnings. So for example, death, panic attacks, and sports injuries are all in this book. So I really appreciate that they listed that content warning. I am personally not a huge fan of the fake dating trope, which I know a lot of people adore. I'm just not personally a huge fan of it, so I'm excited to read this because I'm hoping that it'll change my mind. I will say most of my exposure to the fake dating trope has been through fan fiction. And I adore fan fiction. I love reading fan fiction, but I think in particular just the fanfics that I've happened to read that include the fake dating trope just were not executed really well, because I just didn't enjoy the trope. So I'm excited to read another example of the fake dating trope that I hope will change my mind. So we also have a special art print. So this art print was provided actually by the author of A Meeting of Two Prophets. These are the 2 main characters right here, and it is just a gorgeous cover, like a gorgeous print. Like, look at that. You see the constellations, you see them, and it's also very reminiscent of the cover colors and the cover art, which I really love when it's kind of a nod to what was on the cover. I love art that kind of has a callback to the cover. And so the book was not included in the box, but there are options to buy it. And I definitely do want to pick it up, and I really appreciate that the author included this in it, because even if the book itself was not included, there is Ace rep in the book from what I understand. And I know next to nothing about A Meeting of Two Prophets, so it's on my list and I do plan on picking it up. So finally, the main event of the book box is the book of the month, This Golden Flame by Emily Victoria. So it includes a physical copy of the book, which is very much appreciated. We also have a signed book plate by the author, which also plays into the runes and rune magic that are featured heavily throughout the novel. I don't read runes, so I'm pretty sure that this is right side up. There is no indicator that it is, but the E looks like that's an E, right? So I'm gonna put it in like this, and if it's upside down, let me know, because I would like to stick it to my book not upside down. We also get a letter from the author talking about how This Golden Flame is truly the book of her heart and just everything that it means to her. So according to this letter from the author, Karis, the main character, does identify as a romantic asexual, or aroace. So that is really cool to see that representation in here as well. We did get it with the Loveless pin banner, but it's exciting to get that in a book form. We also get an engraved pen, which is in a very lovely purple box. It is refillable. It is the fanciest pen I have ever owned myself. And on it, it says, "I'm done making myself into anything less than I am." And that's kind of written in, it looks like, language that is reminiscent to the structure of the runes. And
I've never had a refillable pen. This is fancy.
And on the back of the kind of curated item list, we do have a print from This Golden Flame. One of the things that I do like about This Golden Flame, from what I've heard, is that Karis does identify as a romantic asexual, but her identity is not the focus of the story. She just has those identities, and that's the end of it. And I think that's really important, because so much of the asexual representation that we do see in media and in books, particularly even the books in this book box, right? It's very limited representation, and the representation that we do get often focuses on a character coming to terms with their sexuality, right? Coming to terms with it and kind of having to explain it to a friend or a family member or a partner or themselves. And it's kind of that journey of learning and understanding and acceptance, as well as trying to prove the validity of their sexual orientation. And that is a very important thing to talk about in books, right? And by no means am I complaining about books that do that, but I like the fact that Karis just is asexual, right? She just is, and that's the end of it. And I think for other sexual orientations, you have books where the character comes to terms with their sexuality, right? And you also have books where the character just is that sexuality, and that in and of itself is not the focus, and that is not the problem. And I think it's important to have a healthy balance of both, because if asexual media is all about having to define asexuality and prove what it is and, show why it's valid, it gets exhausting. It gets exhausting after a while. And so I like that in this book, from, again, what I understand, Karis' sexuality is not the focus of her story. It's not the focus of her journey. It's just a facet of her identity that is important to her, but it's not the focus of the story. And I really like that, because I think the more characters that we get like Karis, the more that asexuality can start to be more understood in a mainstream sense, and also as just another sexual orientation, just one of many, right? I like that not only did the Rainbow Crate include characters who identify differently along the asexual spectrum. We got asexual characters, we got demisexual characters, maybe a few ace flux or a few gray ace characters here and there. I like the fact that we also have character and aromantic asexual characters. I like that we get characters who are just asexual, and that's just it, you know? So I can't express how important it is to have books like this Golden Flame that just, this is the character, this is who they are. Sexual orientation is one aspect of it, but it's not the whole point of her story, because at the end of the day, our sexual orientations should not be the focus of our stories, right? In that we all have so much more to offer than simply our sexual orientations. So stories that do focus on sexual orientation, of course, are so important, and that is not what I'm trying to say. But I don't think every story needs to have that focus, because then it helps us lift up the ones that do, and also helps us lift up ones that include it differently. So the Rainbow Crate box was a lot of fun. It was really nice to get to open and see all of this wonderful asexual rep, and it was really nicely packaged, and everything included in the box seems really high quality, right? So I can't speak to releases that have happened in the past or releases that will happen in the future, and I also don't know if I will continue to be a subscriber, just because it is a little bit of a hefty price. This box and everything did retail for $50. Which for me was something that I was willing to spend, seeing that it did have the asexual rep, but it's not something that I would necessarily be able to spend every month, right? So if you are looking for a book subscription, particularly one that highlights queer voices and queer stories, I highly do recommend Rainbow Crate. They have new signups available every month, as well as signups available for just 1 month, just one box, or if you want to continue doing it longer. All right, friends, thank you for being here. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you next time in the Lo-Fi Book Cafe.